There's times when you don't feel like leaving the house. For me, today was one of those days. But luckily I have a little backyard garden, so to make the most of my lazing, I will go outside, enjoy the sun and take some macro photos. The first thing that catches my eyes or ears is the buzzing of a couple of blue-banded bees. These are native Australian bees and also tricky to photograph. They're very camera shy and quite skittish. While waiting for the blue-banded bees to return from their pollinating circuit, I saw this tiny insect on a leaf right next to me. What a lovely looking fellow. After a few minutes with no bees, as I said they are quite skittish, I noticed some early morning dewdrops on the grass. I had to get in quick before the early morning sun burned it all off. I tried a couple of different shots here, one with a flash and one without. I think I like the shots with the flash better. I decided that I'd come back to the bees later, so moved on to one of my favourite flowers to photograph, the paper daisy. As it was still early morning, the flowers hadn't opened up yet, but I could still get a great look at them even while closed. Some flowers opened quicker than others, and some still had morning dew on their petals. But when fully opened, they just look amazing. I recently put a water bucket in my garden to draw in frogs and maybe some smaller birds. Get yourself a couple of water plants and a solar water pump and you've got yourself a simple and cheap backyard pond. I just love water droplets on leaves. Whatever the plant. I mean, look at that. While dunking my head in the bucket, I noticed that a small caterpillar was riding on the water pump spray on one of the stems of the water plant. Just look at the water droplets attached to its body here. As I was shooting a few more angles of the caterpillar, I noticed how awesome the droplets looked when caught in mid-air. Just looks like chaos. Moving on. Spiders love my clothesline, and pretty much every morning there's a new spider making a web somewhere on it. But this web caught my eye as it looked like it was abandoned. It seemed complete and untouched, just with no spider. Very strange. As the warm weather kicks off, so do the golden orb spiders. These spiders make massive webs and tend to take over gardens. But before they do, they start small, just like this guy. Nice abdomen, buddy. Around this time, I thought I'd give the blue-banded bees another shot, and it was lucky as I did as I caught them on their return circuit. At the moment, I only have 2 blue-banded bees that visit my garden, so hopefully good word of mouth in the bee community can bring in some more. Sometimes you don't know what you can find in your garden, but taking the time out to have a look can be worth the effort. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.